these theories or pedagogies are the basis of why we do what we do in Forest School. Briefly lang, we will run through them briefly because we have a lot to cover in this webinar. So if you want an in-depth discussion of each of the learning theories, please reach out to me or pag-usapan natin siya inside the Facebook group afterwards or, in the coming day so that others will also benefit. First and foremost is schema, okay, by Jean Piaget. So we recognize and respect the fact that children have a deep interest in a particular way of learning. So, bawat bata po, iba yan. They have a difference in acquiring information. Some examples of schema, I'm not sure if you've heard it already, pero yung vertical trajectory, horizontal trajectory, and so on. So for example, vertical trajectory is a child who's interested in vertical trajectories or up and down movement. So mahilig siyang tumalon, taas baba. And he's also fascinated with running water kasi may vertical movement. Another example of schema is horizontal trajectory. A child who is interested in it or yung side-to-side movement might place objects in a line or a row. Or this child might also like sweeping or mopping the floor kasi side-to-side yung movement niya. Another type of schema is transporting. So it's carrying objects or themselves from place to place. So they carry bags na minsan kung ano-ano yung laman ng bag mo, tas ililipat lang nila sa ibang lugar. Kagabi, nung kumakain kami ng dinner, yung pamangkin ko, meron kaming uso. Season na kasi ng mangga ngayon. So nakalagay siya sa container. Tapos tin-transfer niya sa plato. Pagkatapos niya i-transfer sa plato, ibinalik niya ulit sa container. Back and forth. And we just let him because we know that it's a stage that he's experiencing right now. Okay? Another example is connection. Connecting objects together or themselves to other people or objects. So a child interested in it might, love to glue or magtahi or magfasten ng mga scrap materials. Or he would be interested in using string or rope to tie objects together. Another example of a schema is rotation or yung they are rotating objects or themselves. Sila mismo yung umiikot-ikot. So they might be interested in watching the washing machine or be fascinated with wheels or cogs and keys. Ganyan. So what do you do with this learning theory? Okay, so yung anak mo, yung pamangkin mo, interested sa particular transporting schema, what will you do? Now, as we go through these theories, I will be including what you can do to apply these learnings. Para, hindi lang siya puro utak. Meron kayong gagawin so that this webinar will be meaningful to you. Okay? So when you see this take action, ito po yung recommended steps to take. So when you notice that your child is undergoing a certain schema, you can give resources that support their learning and pattern. So for example, yung anak mo is interested in vertical trajectory. So you may offer na, baka anak, gusto mo bang umakyat sa puno or umakyat sa furniture? Ganun ba? Next, another example is horizontal trajectory. Maybe she wants to try walking on a straight line. Or pag rotation naman yung schema na nararanasan niya ngayon, pwede mo siguro siyang pagulong-gulungin sa grass. O, diba? Yung mga ganon. Pinaglaruan yung mga bata. But that's how you introduce activities that will support what they are going through right now. Okay? Another theory is Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I am sure that you are very well aware of this, yung mukhang pyramid. And at the bottom of it is yung basic needs. So in forest school, we believe that a child's basic needs has to be met first before he can take in any lessons. So dapat pag pumasok sa school, nakakain na, hindi gutom, hindi uhaw, or dapat may baon para anytime na magutom, meron siyang bala. Because if not, wala siyang matututunan. Yan. Parang ako lang, team takot magutom. Umiinit ang ulo kapag gutom. Ganon din po yung mga bata. Okay? Another is that you have to ensure that they have proper clothing so that they do not feel wet and cold during the rainy season, or dapat meron siyang sombrero para it's not too hot during the dry or summer season naman. So yun yung parang base nung hierarchy na yon. Then after that, it's safety, love and belonging, esteem, self-actualization. So, we help people achieve their personal growth so they are happier, more fulfilled, so they can deliver their greatness. Pero at the bottom of it is the basic needs of food, drink, and sleep. Actionable. So, when every time you ask a child, kumain ka na ba? Or may baong ka bang damit? Another theory is Kellert's nature engagement. So it recognizes and seeks yung nature, So ang sinasabi lang po niyan is that as human beings, we are innately drawn to nature. And this is vital to your child's being or well-being. That's why we do it in the forest. Kasi we just feel good when we are in nature. Okay? So, ang actionable nyo is for you to be intentional and for you to go outside. Now, this is a tall order, lalo na po ngayon dahil lahat tayo ay naka-quarantine pa. Even actually sa mga naka-GCQ, ang mga bata po bawal pang lumabas. Pero siguro yung iba sa inyo may property, then go. Labas. Another theory is flow state. So it creates opportunities to ang ibig sabihin po ng flow state is that a child is absorbed and focused on something of their choosing. So when they are in a state of concentration, he's able to challenge himself and realize his capabilities. Ang ibig sabihin lang po niyan is pag nakita mo ang anak mo na hindi ka na pinapansin kasi meron siyang ginagawang something, whatever play it might be, your action is to not interrupt. Okay? Do not interrupt. Another theory is Bruner's discovery learning. Ang ibig sabihin lang po nun is a child will learn best if he himself discovers it on his own. Diba, sa atin nga mas naalala natin yung lesson kapag ikaw mismo yung nakadiscover kesa merong nagtuturo sa iyo. So, your actionable is, do not give the answers pagkausap mo yung anak mo. Meron ngang quote, sabi, every time you teach a child, you take away their opportunity to learn. Another learning theory is multiple intelligence. I'm sure that you are familiar with it. Some students have various interests and learning styles. So we recognize that each person is an individual. Yung iba leaning towards music, yung iba languages, yung iba math, yung iba kinesthetic, yung iba naturalistic. So once you discover that, once you recognize your child's intelligence, di supportahan mo. Kung mahilig siya sa music, enroll mo siya sa music school. As simple as that. Another theory is true community. So we create an environment in forest school where your child feels comfortable to approach us to have an honest conversation. So hindi po namin sila pinapagalitan. We let them come to us if they are feeling frustrated, angry, or whatever. As for you, hear your child out. Lalo na po ngayong pandemic, they are probably as stressed as you are. Another theory is scaffolding by Bruner also and Vygotsky. So a learner will develop skills by working with someone who has more knowledge introduced, and encourage new ideas in small achievable tasks. So, bilang guro, kunyari may papagawa ko, try mo munang mag-introduce ng maliit na bagay. Huwag yung bibiglain mo siya na, o magluto ka na ng adobo. Turuan mo muna siya. Baka naman pwedeng maghiwa muna siya ng sibuyas at bawang. Diba? Okay? Another is the zone of proximal development. So, it just means that we encourage yung shared learning. So, we are bridging the gap between a learner's current development to his potential through minimal adult guidance or the help of mga barkada or mga peers. That is why we are encouraging your children to play with mixed age groups. Minsan, mas makikinig pa yan sa ate or kuya na kalaro nila kaysa sa'yo na magulang or sa'yo na teacher. Okay? And another theory is Mortlock's level of risk. So we believe in exposing your child to risk, tulad po ng nabanggit ko sa inyo kanina, so that, they are able to discover their capabilities much, much more than they realize. So as for you, please, when you see your child doing something dangerous, do not rescue him. I will give you tips later kung paano ma-maintain yung safety ng mga bata. Another is leavers' well-being. So we recognize the importance of a child's well-being because pag maayos yung well-being niya, he feels at ease, then he goes into that deep level of learning. Okay? So, bitin. Be sensitive to your child's needs. Sorry. Yan. So, it's your time na makinig sa panahong ito. And sure, kamustahin nyo rin naman po sila. Hindi porket magkasama kayo sa bahay, nakakamusta nyo at nakakausap nyo sila, di ba? So, take the time now. And play. Yan. So, pinaka-importante, we believe that a child's work is play. A lot of skills are learned through play. Yung problem solving, yung decision making, taking turns, sharing, resolving conflicts, compromising. They are all learned in play. So, mommy or teacher, please do not feel guilty that your child is not learning anything kapag naglalaro po siya. So, they are learning something when they are playing. And reflective practice. I think this is the last one. So, we believe that reflection is important. Ang ibig sabihin lang nito is, meron silang ginagawa. Tapos, ano bang ibig sabihin ng ginagawa kong to? So, as a teacher or a parent, ask open-ended questions. I remember in one of our sessions, a child, may nakita siyang lumulutak na black object doon sa waterfalls na mukhang bato. Sabi niya, "Teacher, is this pumice?" So, instead of answering him, binalikan ko siya ng tanong ulit. So, sabi ko, I asked him, "Why do you think so?" Tapos siya rin na sumagot. Sabi niya, "Because it has holes." And then he added, "But pumice is white. And this is black." So, in the end, he concluded that it was not. I did not give him the answer. All I did was ask one question.